So let's start. Good morning, everyone. I am Mohammed Ihsan from Iraq, Kirkuk City. I represent КОКАР Foundation organization for volunteering, and today our topic is about volunteering. Why is volunteering is lifestyle? For me, like I started my volunteering work more than 9 years, and the reason was because my childhood was very hard, and I born in war situation. So when already you're born in somewhere, it's make impact in your personality. And I create a platform with my friends to help poor people and start to developing volunteering movement in my country because before 3 years ago there was no volunteering movements and there was no one caring about volunteering. But we start to do some professional work in volunteering. And as I know, in Russia, I was 9 times there, more than 9 times. There is super special volunteers for every section. Like there is volunteer for sport, there is volunteer for medical, there is volunteers for events, and this is something nice when you want to volunteering for something, for a reason, for a goal in your life. But why we were volunteering? What's the reason for volunteering? I want to hear some answer from your side, like for your reason, why you want to be volunteer in your life. And for volunteering, like if you want to start something, you must to feel it, like why you want to be volunteer. There is a lot of reason. There is reason people want to know new people, make a big networking. As a volunteer, you will have a lot of chances to know new people in your life, and you will traveling a lot if you go there in professional level. And the skills that you needed, it is the language. Like for first step, it is the language. If you want to be professional volunteer, you must have a good language skills. For example, like if you want to travel abroad, like after like outside of your country, and you need to have some skills, like you need to at least to know two languages or one language if you to go to English countries. So you must to understand what you need to build your skills as a volunteer and to be a leader. Try to be a leader by yourself and don't follow always. You must to build something by yourself also. So for volunteering, it is good when you join for some movement at first time. And the second thing, after some years, when you get some experience from your movements, you must to try by yourself to go in your way and try to build something. And today we will talk about how we will create something. For volunteering project, it's very simple. Like you can start it from anywhere, from your hood, from school, from university, from your friends. But the most important, how you will make impact by your projects. It's very easy when you have a group and some of your friends they have the same interest, like what they want to be volunteering and for helping people. Some people are interested just to traveling by volunteering. Some people are interested to do social project by volunteering. It depends on you what you want to be. And all of them is very easy. For our organization, when we started, we didn't need any grants. We didn't need any money for start our project because we was do it by ourselves. Like we was um, very happy to share our knowledge, our experience, our help with others. So it depends on you what you need to do to start your project. I want to hear from you, like everyone write me how long they have experience with volunteering. So I will check your answers. Please write me like how long you have experience in volunteering and why you are volunteers. We have 34 people and join us now in our webinar, but I want everyone to be very active. Like today, we need to share our experience together. And for volunteers, they must be very special and their skills and their personality. You must understand it because you do impact in your community. So try always to develop yourself by new skill like languages, computer things, activities. Try to make impact in your social media. Try to share what you are doing because in this way you will motivate many people. Nice. I like your answers. Like most of them, it's really the real soul of volunteer. Like to make connection with people, to help people, to get new friends and new experience. Okay, but let's understand something. Like for volunteering, also like safety of you ourselves is more important than others because if you know protect yourself, you can help others. So try to understand this point. You always must keep yourself safe and then helping others. Like as example, what we have now in our situation nowadays with coronavirus, like it's not good idea if you not have any information about this virus and go to volunteering. You must at least understanding a lot of things about this virus and then you go to volunteering. Okay, so about the international level volunteers. Today, I will share with you a lot of links. For me, I was traveling a lot for the past 3 years. I was in 22 countries till now, and I will share my experience with you. The links that I will use it, the website that I will use it for traveling. So I will share all this information with you in the end of our webinar. Like I will post the links inside the chatting group so everyone will know about which groups they can join and which website they can use for traveling. But the most important thing you understand, you must have English language skills. And in Russia, I think we have a different participant now. Can you write me the name of your countries, please? Russia. And now the United Nations volunteers, they start their projects in Russia also, so it is a good chance for everyone to join them. And even there is near countries as for Russian citizen, like they can travel to Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan to working with the United Nations volunteers. So it's a very good chance to be in the international level. And volunteering there, like it's different level because they always searching for very talented people. And when you have a chance to travel with United Nations, so you will have like your volunteering experience will be very different because you will get a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, a lot of international friends from different subjects like in volunteering. So try to always make your contact. And Russia now it's opened the door. There is a lot of events happening in Russia, like every year, like there is a lot of events, like the International Volunteer Forum, one of the best events for it is like for me it's like a home. The International Volunteer Forum in Russia it's like home because you will meet volunteers from everywhere. So always take parts in different events first inside of your country and make connection with other countries because it's very important for you to always as a volunteer to know new people if you want to continue as a volunteer, if you want to continue to build your organization or your movement. It's very nice to make big connections. And is everyone here like they are part of any movement or youth organization in Russia or other countries? And did you have any volunteering experience like for travel? Have you anyone volunteering outside of their country or no? First answer is never. Russia. Okay. Okay. Mostly, um, our volunteers here they just have experience in their country. But what's the reason? Like, why you're volunteering just inside Russia? Like you didn't know how to do it outside of the country, or there is some reasons. information about volunteering programs. Okay. I remember all my friends who that I meet them before in events. And it was a huge experience for me with Russian volunteers because I traveled a lot, like 9 times. I stay a long time, but till now I don't speak Russian language. This is one of the bad reason about me. I don't have motivation, but I try to learn Russian language. So let's speak about what we need as a volunteers to start our projects. We need people trust in us. At least when we want to start a volunteer project, we must have experience, maximum 1 year, 2 years to start our volunteering experience. And we need friends that support us. When you've been a volunteer for a long time, you have a lot of friends that they support you if you want to start something by yourself. And as I know in Russia, there is a lot of movements and organizations they support other volunteers with winning grants and projects, and even the government they support youth volunteers movement and youth projects and culture things. So have you start something by yourself? And do you know how to write your ideas? Is there some professional volunteering work you do it by yourself, not with any? It's not connected with any organization, like something you do it by yourself. Come on, people be most active here. Like we have a huge number they watching us, but I don't know why they are silent. So today it's our time to share our experience and to listen to each other and see how we can develop our skills as a volunteer. I want to tell you a story about myself. Why we start. For me, volunteering is like my lifestyle because I volunteering every day and I'm working with some refugees organization. So in my country, the situation is danger. It's not like other countries because, for example, I'm not even volunteer. I'm working in war zone cities, war zone villages. So for me, I always keep my skills up. I study about first aid and safety and security courses, how to deal with projects under pressures, how to deal with people, because as a volunteer, even other people feelings is very important for us because we always want to share happiness with them. So, in your opinion, what we need as a volunteer? I want to hear your answers also. And we need to be not shy to do what we want because we must have a strong personality because people believing in volunteers. And if you are a volunteer, you must to understand there is a lot of people who are watching you for what are you doing. So always try to make a good impact about what you do in your life. For connection, in Russia was something very strange for me because I saw some volunteers. They are really, really talented, and I respect them, but they don't try to develop themselves with the English language skills because if you can make any networking with other volunteers, it will be problem because you will stay just volunteering inside the country. So you must to have some motivation to start your project outside of your country. Let's be fast. Like if you want to write something, just try to write it very fast. For team leading, have anyone be team leader in volunteer roles before or no? And how was this experience for you when you lead some people? How to deal with them? Like, do you deal with them as a boss or just as a leader? And what's the difference between you being a boss or leader? Can someone tell me about their opinion? What's the difference between boss and leader? Yes, it is very important to love what we do. It is very important. As a leader, you must respect the people who follow you and be friend for them. Don't order them. And for boss, they just see it as the usual work. As a volunteering thing, like there is something funny in volunteering work. There is difference between the job and volunteering. In volunteering, nobody will kick you from your work. This is something funny. I always think about it because you do it by yourself when you want, when you don't want. So this is very important volunteering. It is love because you do it to share your help, your happiness, your love with others. I mean, like in your movement, when you start volunteering for 2 years or 1 year with the same movement, it's time for change also. You must to start something by yourself, not stay always in the same steps. You must to go out, like to start your own projects as a volunteer because you will start to have a good connection with others. So it will not make sense when you stay in the same place, in the same position. You try to do something by yourself also. And sometime I saw like some team leaders in some movements and all my trips they dealing with their volunteers as a workers is very bad because it's not your right to be angry with them or something. Yes, it is you have an important role, but you must always to be friend with them. Try to make good connection with your volunteers and try to understand what they want and because sometimes the difference between the age it's make some difficulties to deal with these volunteers. So you must to understand whole weather of your group, your team. I will let also some links inside the chatting, and also I will put my number here, phone number. We can open a group for section to share events, youth events outside of your countries, and how to participate in this event. But as I say in the first time, we need language skills. For first, it's English because always English language for volunteers and for everyone is important. And now it is time to develop your English language skills because most of us they stay at home and they feel it's boring. Yes, it's boring, but we can use our time with useful things. So don't waste your time with just to do nothing. It's really bad. Like you need to understand this time is very important for you, and now you have all the time to start something by yourself. Like at least you must have some idea. So let's open a question. Like, and I think it's good to ask what you want. If you have an opinion about something, we can discuss it now. I will put my number here. You can send me the question by WhatsApp because it's going very, very fast. This is my phone number. By WhatsApp, you can send me all your questions and I will answer you. Okay, with the name. Please write your name when you send me message and I will answer you directly. Thank you. Yeah, I've been in Yalta Economic Forum. It was good experience for me. I was speaker and volunteer there, and I meet a good friends as a volunteer, and I meet a good speakers there. For FIFA World Cup, no, I haven't been there because I already was have a plans, but I was one of the candidates in the FIFA World Cup. But I think for Doha, I will go as a team leader to represent my country there. So don't be shy to ask what you want because we have all the day together to share our experience. Why I decide to be volunteer? Yes, I start volunteering because my childhood it was very bad because my father was traveling abroad. I didn't see my father more than 7 years. Yes, and I born in war. I saw three wars in my life, and my country was almost destroyed. Even my cities. There was refugee situation, IDPs, people everywhere. So when I saw that, I was feeling very sad because there was, I was believe there is no future for any uh, these kids who living in camps. And when I was sold, I was feel very, very, very bad about the situation, and I decided to help at least some people, not big number. And I was posting what I do. For that, I make a lot of impact as a social worker, or as a volunteer, or as a team leader. I start everything by myself. I didn't wait any help or someone support me. But when I start this, there was many friends. They have the same goal. We decide to do something together for one goal. What I do to impress other volunteers because all my projects is free. I don't wait any money for do it, and I do a big, very big projects with my friends without any grants. So we have like the number is our volunteer is going to be 1 million volunteer. So it's very huge number as a uh, foundation without any money. So for volunteer, you must understand how to make the right things like with nothing, like how you start something with nothing without any money. And this was make our volunteering work very different in my organization. About Yalta, I don't understand. Like you mean The political situation or what? Like as a volunteer, how I see the situation in Yalta? And you must understand, volunteering is not wasting your time. It is very important because even in Russia, I saw the silver volunteer. Like it's something I never saw it in other countries. I really respect them. I really respect the silver volunteer movement because I have a lot of friends from them, and they are really kind. I always, when I go into any event in Russia, I like to meet some of the civil volunteers. And I have friends in other movements in Russia, like the medical volunteers, the Volunteer of Victory, Dobra volunteers. So I meet a lot of volunteers from different movements. In Russia, they have different goals. It is nice, but they always not want to start something by themselves. They want to stay in the same movement. It's good, like you will say, but you must at least start some project for yourself too, because you are a leader. If you are volunteering for 2 years, 3 years, you have a lot of experience. Not must to you must stay just as a volunteer. You must to feel yourself leader and lead people from your friends, from your university, from your hood, to make the volunteering work as a culture inside your city. How old you was like when you started your first time volunteering? Like let's see the ages, like first volunteering experience when it was in your life. 5 years old. Good, really nice. Uh, Please try to send the questions to my WhatsApp number because really I can read everything because it's too long and it's going very fast. And when I want to check it, I can from here. So please, if you send me your question to my WhatsApp number because I open my phone waiting your questions, I will be very happy to answer you. I shared my number one time more, like I'm waiting your questions there. I speak 5 languages. I speak Turkish, Azeri language, and Kurdish, and Arabic, and English. And I try to study Russian language too. It's really hard, but there is some friends they try to help me with that because I not practicing. And for Russian language, you need to stay in the country. I don't know anyone till now they start to learn Russian language without living inside the country. And I learn all the language that I know by myself with no study. Even the English language, I start to speak English language in 6 months. Like the time for learning the language, it was 6 months. And I just learned the language from songs and just movies. So the advice is never say I can, but you need to try. It is hard for first step, but it's easy. After a while, you will see it's very easy. I get question from Anya. She asking about volunteering now in the quarantine. Now it is hard to volunteering outside if you're not medic volunteer because volunteering in this situation with this virus you must to protect yourself at first. Like if not you not have a long experience with the volunteering and you can protect yourself, it's not good idea to volunteering outside. But you can do some online projects by yourself. You must to find how to help people online. There is a program also for United Nations called Online Volunteers. I think there is something like this platform in Russia also to do volunteering, and it is important, like in this situation, to protect yourself. And if you not have a volunteering experience or medical experience, don't go out. Stay at home and try develop yourself with new skills. This is my advice for you. Try also to make your movement very simple. Like I saw spending a lot of money for t-shirts and pencils, gifts, magnets, and movement. But the most important thing, you do your work have more impact in your society, in your community. It's not about just show off. The the most hard part in volunteering if you promise people and you not do it. Please, in volunteering work, like if you work in social projects, don't give promise to people who you can't help them because you will destroy them. I saw many organizations, they want to try to help people and they give them hope and promise, but they don't do it. It's very sad if you do this with anyone. If you give a hope or promise and you will not do it. This is the most hard moments in volunteering work. You must to know how much you can help, how you can help, but don't give hope for something you can't do it by yourself. And with this situation, you can study a lot of courses, online courses about volunteering management, because there is a huge online courses about volunteering management, about volunteering leading, about volunteering movements and organization. And I will share all of this with you in the end, and I will be happy to help each one of you to be in the international level. And we make sure to working together and meet, and we have a project together. I hope in the future, that just hope like this situation is end soon as possible, and we're working together to make the volunteering work biggest, because volunteering is like home. It is home for everyone, because we all have the same goal. We all want to help. We all want to make our countries bigger and greatest. So we can work together and make one small world for us, for everyone, as a big family. This is the volunteering, in my opinion. And one of my goals that I want to do it is be ambassador of my country. This is one of my main goals, to be ambassador and to share the good things about my country as a volunteer. And I will stay continue as a volunteering work maybe all my life, because this is what I do it for 9 years. So I hope I can continue, and I hope I will meet more people and we work together to make volunteering work better and better. And the most country that I've been in, it was Russia, because really I saw Russia, they have a high level in volunteering, and everyone they build their experience inside, and there's different kind of volunteers there. It's really very professional work and very necessary, but they must to try to work in outside of their countries. Even the movements, even the organization, they must to work uh, outside of their country, not just inside. For my reports, I work in the database of camps in my country, refugee camps. So the materials, I need to know the numbers of the families who live in tents, because in my camps there is 10,000 people live. It is very very big number. It's a really big number, huge number, and every family they have many members. Like maybe some families they have 10 members, and I must to know all of their ages and um, they are female, male, and I need to decide uh, each family what they need. Like I need to make a box with all these items, like food and wash items, to this family. So I must to be very detailed with these things in my reports for getting more funds for these camps. For helping people, please like try to not give a promise. Like if you want to help someone, see yourself like you can help him or help her by yourself alone, or you need to help from other people to decide, and try to make plan. If you want to help others, don't hurt them. Like go to make a survey about the situation that you want to help, like a place. It's a place like a school, or it is a person. You must to go to make a survey about the situation and write what you need, and see this place, like this situation, what they need to help them, and try then to decide like you can help them or no. Just first you go to watch all the weather of this situation, if it's a person or the place, and after that decide how you can help them, because it's very important to make survey about the situation and then decide. So we have 9 minutes. We can ask more questions, and I will be happy answer you. And I will put all the links here about all the international conference and all international volunteering organization, and we can try to talk about it more and more. Every day we have a time to talk about these important things. I hope you have a motivation to study English language. You have a time because in 1 month, if you study 6 hours every day, um, your level will be very different. And now you have a time like to study because no one know about this situation, but we need to be careful and develop ourselves for next life. Like what next step that will happen after this. So as I say, like if everyone is interesting to send them the link or have long discussion about the volunteering experience in the international level, I will be very, very happy to help you. And I put my number there, like WhatsApp number, and we can talk more details about it. I shared with you my email and my personal number of WhatsApp, and I will share all the details with you there. Like we can talk more and more about everything, and I will be glad to help you with if you want to have an international experience in events or just volunteering experience. And if you feel yourself is ready for that experience and you can travel alone or by group, because it's better if you know someone in that country that you want to volunteer in, because sometimes you don't know what's waiting you. So, like, I will start to share the links here. I will start to share the links here, and I will close the camera now, and I will just put the voice. And I hope we can talk more and more in future. And I hope it was very good talk with you all, and I hope it was useful and we can motivate each other in the future. But try to not lose your hope as a volunteer and never give up to do what you want because you do it by love, you do it to help others, and you must to feel yourself proud when you do volunteering work. And for me, always I'm glad, I'm proud to see volunteers around me because they will really give you a strong positive power. The countries that I've been volunteering, it's a lot. I can't count, but the most important things was in Africa and Tanzania, and I was in Syria and Jordan and Egypt, and I have plans to go to Doha in Qatar for your volunteers. But for me, it's important to work in social projects more than events, volunteers role work, because working in this weather, it's make me help happy and help others. Social projects of volunteering is different with events because both of them is important, but it depends on the country that you live. In my country and some countries where they have a war, the social project is more important for them. So I hope you all enjoyed with your time, and I will close the video and I will start sharing the links with you, all the links that they are important for your future to get take part in volunteering events or in conference or in your events. So it was very nice to have you all. There was a big number with us today, and I was very happy to talk to you all. And I wish you best future. Don't forget, I will share my motto with you. It's eat, sleep, volunteering, repeat. This is my lifestyle. And I will waiting your messages in my WhatsApp number to if you have any other questions about your goals and other things. I will be glad to help you even with some English courses and try to motivate you all and support you because I see myself a small volunteer with you all because we all the same working together for one goal. For Chris Nyers, I don't know if I will come again to Chris Nyers if there is something to do there. It's really nice city and I hope I visit again. So I wish you all the best and be safe, stay at home, and always help others. Goodbye.